Hi everyone, this is Dr. Rashmi and welcome to my YouTube channel. So after a long while, I have finally decided to make one video at least for NEET UG aspirants for 2025. Whoever is watching my video, either you are 11th students or dropper or multiple year dropper, this is all for you. You need to listen what I'm going to tell and listen it to the end, okay? Perhaps one thing which I want to bring in front before I start my video is whatever is happening in the country right now with the assault and with the true life what a doctor leads. You should consider why you are making this choice of becoming a doctor. I don't intend to make you afraid, but I do want you to make an informed decision that what kind of life you actually want for yourself, because this is a long journey and this course is indeed spiritual, not just something that you just developed interest or if you want to become rich. This path is not for somebody who is looking for a shortcut to become rich or somebody who needs validation in the country or with their loved ones. This course is spiritual. If you have a motive which is so-called motivation, then only you will be attracted to this. And this is not just this one exam, there will be multiple exams to crack and so many hardships before you start earning. So you must make this decision before you start this preparation. It is always said that a person who is disciplined always gets where they need to be. Discipline is the key, but there is one more thing which triggers you to be disciplined. That is motivation, a reason why you want to be disciplined. If somebody knows where they want to go, what vision they have, they will automatically do anything to reach there if that goal is that attractive. People say motivation don't take you anywhere, but motivation do make you start, and to be continued you have to have some motive, not just some great words, but your personal motive. It should be greater than your own selfishness. It should be not linked to you. It should be for a greater purpose. I know these words sounds fancy, but this is the reason I had when I chose to do this. With that, I would like to bring some practical tips for the exam. You see, now there is only 9 months left and it must feel like it's only 9 months, but I must assure you that 9 months are enough if you know exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it. You can only have idea or insight when you begin this journey, even if you're starting from zero. But in the journey you will find out a lot of things that what you are actually have to do. So first thing is that you should start from knowing that what is actually asked in the exam, what actually happens in the questions, what kind of questions are actually asked. The best way is to go back and solve some question banks, and most importantly, not just the modules but the previous year questions, in which I will emphasize at least 10 years of questions. And if you want me to recommend a book, it's one of the oldest and my favorite is Oswal books. You will find chapter wise questions and answers with full explanation and expert insights with mind maps and appendix and many more. You can see in the video right before me. And the best thing is their flow charts, which I love, and you can actually categorize from which type of topics what type of questions are asked, so that you should study accordingly. If you wish to buy these books, you can find it in the description below. Second thing, you must not be afraid to do questions. As I told you in the very first thing, that you must know what you are going to face. Most of the people think that you must read the theory first, get the insight, get the content, raw material inside your head, then you will be able to solve the questions, right? But I would suggest that give one reading if you are like preparing for the first time, and then quickly approach to the question, or just even before that you can approach to the question and see what they're expecting you. In that way your mind will be properly trained. So don't make this mistake of not solving questions. Like you have 9 months, you would think that okay, for 3 months I will just focus on theory and after that I will solve questions. That is the worst mistake anyone can do. Second thing, in physics, reading theory is as important as doing questions, but it takes more time to solve questions, no doubt, but you have to give a lot focus of your time, a huge amount of focus when you are reading theory, so that there are very less text in the physics and chemistry, but they are very valuable and very concise, so that you can understand where and how to use it. So when you're reading theory of physics and chemistry, you have to be very vigilant to understand what the sentence is trying to tell you. And just in case you find some questions and you will see that there are theory which are helping you to solve that numerical, because you to reach to certain step of the question, you need to know how to get there, right? Every question is not just to put the formula and get the answer. If you're preparing for AIIMS, like in AIIMS you will never get, now there is only one exam, so I'm expecting more questions will be like that, multi-step. So it won't be just asking velocity, there will be multiple variable things which you would be needing to solve. For that you should know theory, and for that reason you must solve assertion reason questions. Do not avoid it. From the very first day you are preparing, you must solve assertion reason. That will not only give you grab of the type of questions, but also give you grab of theory. If you can solve assertion reason, that means you have a very perfect grab of the concept. That is the whole point of assertion reason, because everything looks like okay, this makes sense, it should be 1, it should be 2, but there is a whole lot of confusion between 1 and 2, right? Like we think it is 1, but it is not. So if you can able to solve assertion reason from the very beginning, it will help you in solving numericals as well. There is one more thing I would like to alert you on. The second thing, that you must not read passively. You must not think that you have enough time to revise your content. When you are reading something, always remember that this is the last time you are reading it, and at that very time, until you understand it, until you make a concise notes, do not give it up. Until, even if maybe in 3 months you will forget it, it is very natural, but you should read it in a way that you're reading it for the last time. Then only when you read it after 3 months, you will be able to concise it even more. The whole one book has to come, the whole 3 subjects should come into one tiny, book. If you're able to do that, then only you will be able to complete this. Don't rely on your coaching notes, right? You should not be dependent on your coaching, that they will give you strategy plans and notes and then you will just mug it up. It never works. People who prepare like that, they never compete. Okay, this exam is kind of a war, like more difficult. Either you have competed or you are nowhere. If you're not getting 600, if you're not getting 650 or 680, even you are nowhere. Literally all your hard work will be gone. So this is a very difficult exam now, but you have to be very vigilant. If you stay vigilant and make small changes in your livelihood, it will have great impact, like I did. I have told in many videos to avoid a lot of distractions. I used to avoid a lot of things in my daily life, like not looking into the mirror, because if I see myself deteriorating because of all the stress, I may not be able to focus, and maybe my goal will shake, maybe something will happen. And second thing, we are very fond of food, and when we go out and we don't get the food what we love at home, we sort of get distracted, and that is what makes us ill if we go out to eat and seek something cooked good. But that is the mistake. I used to avoid to long for taste. I used to just eat, fill my belly, have some healthy food, and that's it. And that was my goal. Just avoid everything that creeps under your mind, like on the surface. You should always think which is deep inside your head, which actually matters. That comes with practice. It won't come like just in one day, but you have to understand how these small things affect your preparation, affects your this 9 months. Third thing, Don't be afraid to give test. There are so much apprehension among students that I haven't prepared the whole thing, how should I give the mock test? You should not. Just take my word, give the test. Your marks does not matter right now, but as many tests as you will give, you will see yourself improving day by day. The fear inside you will work as a fuel to make yourself better every day if you are very much determined in doing this, because this exam is not easy, my friend. This is a huge great deal of battle now. This is not just like you will get some 500 marks and you will get admission. It's not the case right now. So you have to take every single step, because everyone else who are going to lie in that 1% of the population are already doing it. So you cannot avoid it. These are the basic things which you should do, but there should be your strategy as well. But you cannot miss these steps which I'm telling you. Very important. Last thing I would say, that you should always make your own notes. Your notes, your handwritten notes will be your friend in your exam. That will be the faces which you will see in your exam. That will be the faces you will remember when we are trying to solve the question. So do not be afraid of making notes. Coaching notes is okay, but you have to make your own notes. At least if you're not, making another copy of it, at least underline it. Make it yours. Make it yours. If you understand the essence of it, what I'm trying to say, then you will get it. Very last warning. Whatever you are taught in 11th and 12th and in coachings, they are not the product which you have to put it on the paper. They are the raw materials. Like you buy vegetables from the market and then you cook, then there is some product, right? So you are expected to produce product in the exam, and the raw materials are given to you. So you have that. All I means is that every questions will be applied. Because of the tough cutthroat competition, examiners have no choice but to make questions tough and tricky and confusing. So you have to take all the information inside and be prepared to one day to mix everything and get something out of it. If in your mind you can see all the data, all the information filled up, and you can make something out of it in your brain, if you can solve any questions given to you, you can feel the power of the knowledge. That time, that means that you have gained something. That means that you're going in the right path. For this year, I don't know how much I will be available to guide you, but this is the essence of preparation, what I did for the 2 years, and I understood. I made a huge lot of mistakes by not reading properly. I made many notes. You will like 4 or 5 times I have made notes, and at last when my notes were very small and I was able to comprehend everything in my mind and make something out of it, then only I understood, okay, now I'm ready for the exam. You cannot get direct questions, that what you cannot expect anything from the exam. The only way to at least have a hint is to solve questions, to see what actually has been asked, and to be ready for any kind of questions. Do not expect repetitions of the questions. Do not. Never. Just solve your questions. That maybe some type of questions may be asked like this. So you should be familiar with the concept and the way your mind worked when you were solving the previous year questions. So in all 3 subjects, solve previous year questions mainly, but in physics and chemistry, do solve all your practice questions similar to the previous year. Not too tough, not too easy. So this is my suggestion to all of you. If I will have time, I will come back and make more videos for you. And if you have special suggestion or request, you can ask me on the comment, and whenever I will have time, I will make video for it. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.